Alright, let's try this again. That's what I was looking for. Alright, definitely want to become a Delta recruit.
After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace. Live long. 21 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant. I promised to save the Romulan homeworld. I failed. The planets Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Countless billions were killed. My home, my friends, my life, all are memories. Time does not stop for one man, and neither does history. The chaos in Romulan space gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory. Jimpak, the Chancellor of the High Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade. Only in battle, Jimpak says, is a Klingon truly Klingon. The Federation did its utmost to preserve its alliance with the Klingons, but war was inevitable. The Romulans want revenge for their lost world. The Dominion is rebuilding its forces. Now the Borg have reappeared, and the Alpha Quadrant balances on the edge of ruin.
Warning, ship is under attack.
The fate of the galaxy rests in your hands.
Okay.
This is the time we have pinpointed in your timeline, sir. This is when you go back and give yourself this. You'll know what to say. You've already heard yourself say it.
Oh, I wish they put the characters in.
If it's exactly right. The time stream will work itself out. Just make sure you give yourself this. It's our best hope for the future of the galaxy. You'll return to this exact point in time as soon as you have done what you need to do. The galaxy still needs you, Admiral. Ready?
Welcome to Star Trek Online. People you can interact with have icons above their heads. Press
Finally,
A to talk
I was
with them.
beginning to think you forgot what today was.
How could I? You reminded me every day for the past month. Did you get your assignment?
Of course, I was first in line. Oh, before I forget, I think Rasky is just ahead. He wanted to thank you for helping him cram for the Astrometrics final.
There you are. I wanted to thank you for helping me pass that final, and for all the other times you've helped me. I've always admired you. I hope Starfleet recognizes all you've done to lead our class. What ship did you get?
I haven't received my assignment yet.
Good luck. Before you report to Lieutenant Farah and get your assignment, you should find Tavral. She wanted to talk to you. She's just up the pathway.
Thank you.
Greetings.
Rasky said you had something to tell me?
It was good of you to encourage me to retake the linguistics final. I was willing to accept my original results, but you saw that I was not at my best that day. My score increased by 12.8% on the second attempt, well within my standard norms. Now I am qualified to serve as both a science officer and a communications officer. Morik would like to see you as well. He is ahead of us on the path. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
There you are. Getting excited yet? Once we finish our training cruise, we'll all be full-fledged ensigns. The buzz is, Captain Taggart hasn't named all of his senior staff yet. From what I heard, the advanced phaser training simulation is tripping people up.
Thanks. location.
Good afternoon, Cadet. What can I do for you?
This is where I get my training cruise assignment.
Yes, I have the complete assignment list here. Name?
Robin?
Let's see. Interesting. Report to Captain Taggart. He's in the office behind me.
Is there a problem?
You're going to have to ask him.
Objects you can interact with have a glow around them. Press A to interact with the doorbell to notify Captain Taggart of your presence.
Come. Cadet.
You asked to see me, sir?
I did. I've been following your progress here at the Academy, and I must say, I'm impressed.
Thank you, Captain.
I'm just looking at your final test scores, but I don't see your results for the Advanced Phaser Training Program.
I'm not a tactical officer, sir. I concentrated on the courses for my career track.
I want everyone on my senior staff to run that program, and I want to see good results, no exceptions.
Did you say senior staff?
I did. Like I said, I've been following your career here at the Academy. If you complete that program, I can put you on my bridge. I'll ask my tactical officer to set it up.
Your tactical officer, sir? Who is that?
Another Vine cadet like yourself. Her scores were almost as good as yours, but her record has a few blemishes. Still, I'm sure Cadet Flores will settle down and become a fine officer someday. I'll tell Flores to meet you out in the quad. Talk to her to start the phaser training, and I'll see you when you're finished. You're dismissed, Cadet.
Yes, sir.
I got the tactical officer spot. Just what I wanted. Where'd you end up?
Captain Taggart says he wants me on the senior staff, but I haven't passed. But I have to pass advanced phaser training first.
You never did that? I thought you were Miss Extra Credit. Everyone knows that Captain Taggart expects all his top people to pass that program.
Now you tell me.
Don't worry, you'll do fine. Come on, I'll take you to the holodeck and set it up.
Lead the way.
Seems most of our class ended up on Captain Taggart's ship. Have you seen the whales in San Francisco Bay? I never seem to spot them. I sometimes forget that Boothby is a hologram. He seems like such a fixture here at Starfleet Academy.
To sprint, press and hold the left stick while moving.
Last one of the console buys the first round tonight.
You're buying the rounds.
Setting up the training program now. I hope Holodeck 2 is your lucky holodeck.
Have any advice for me? I want to pass this.
Shoot stuff, don't die. Pretty basic, really.
What kind of tactics can I expect?
It's standard stuff. The program runs a variation on Mako assault training.
You're setting the program up. Are you making it easy for me?
The last time I tried to give someone a little help, I ended up on academic probation for the rest of the year. I'm not saying I haven't learned a few tricks since then, though.
I'll need a phaser.
Phasers are in the lockers by the holodecks. You can grab one there.
Let's go.
Press left to scan the area. Your tricorder will point you toward your nearest objective. The pistol has been automatically equipped. Move to the center of the room. Press the right trigger to fire your weapon in combat.
Interesting. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I am you from your future. I've come back in time to tell you information you're going to need in the future. I don't quite understand it myself, but I remember talking to me when I was standing in your shoes, so I know I had to do this. Let's assume I believe you, me, you. That's just as accepting and easy as I remember being. That's good. Always give people a chance to surprise you. You'll even meet Romulans who want to do the right thing. If you have any nagging doubts, you can always check with Temporal Investigations after you talk to Admiral Quinn when you receive your first command, which I should probably stop talking about now before I give away too much. Are you ready to hear what I have to say? I'll do that. What is it you want me to know? Let's get down to business then. There is a war coming. Ancient race known as the Iconians once ruled huge areas of space, including this one. They had the power of gods, technology far beyond what anyone else had. It took all the Iconians' enemies rising up against them as one to defeat them. We thought they were extinct. Now we know we were wrong. And they've returned to take back everything that was once theirs. This is where you come in. Why me? What makes me special? Most of the Starfleet officers had no opportunity to gather intelligence on this race, their capabilities, and their possible plans, but I did. Throughout your career, we will benefit from the knowledge I'll give you today. When the war with the Iconians comes, the galaxy will have a fighting chance thanks to what you have learned. This is why I've come back, so I will know what to do. Tell me what I need to know. I can't drop everything on you at once. That would cause a paradox. You'll need to locate all this information for yourself. I'll help guide you. Guide me? How? Take this. It is a Tesseract communication device. It allows me one-way communication from the future to you. There will be updates through that device as you progress through your career. Check it often. I think I've taken up as much of your time as I can. Flores and Captain Taggart are waiting for you. Thank you.
While in combat, certain actions are disabled. Once you drop out of combat, more detail about ground combat will become available. Teammates. Hold Y to holster and draw your weapon.
Well done, cadets. You're not going to break the Academy record, but your score was more than satisfactory.
Thank you, Captain. Do you have an assignment for me now?
Absolutely. I have a new first officer. Congratulations.
First officer, sir?
Yes. You should be proud of your accomplishments here, cadet. You have a promising career ahead of you in Starfleet.
Thank you, sir. It'll be an honor serving under you. Or with you.
First officer, way to go. Just a little jealous, I'll admit. At least now you'll get to boss us all around like you've always wanted.
A lot of pressure. I hope I'm up to it.
You'll do great. But we should head up to the shuttle bay. Everyone else is waiting there for the ceremonial send-off toast.
Let's go.
Now hear this. All cadets report to shuttle bay to prepare for departure.
Okay, all of the senior staff is waiting by the bar. I'm sure everyone's a bit nervous, this being our first real assignment and all. So, I'm expecting an inspiring speech out of you. Something heartwarming. Make Tavrel cry. This mission could just determine the rest of our careers. No pressure. I'll meet you over there.
May I have everyone's attention? We are the senior staff of the USS Sassy Pants. Each and every one of us has trained for the task at hand, and we are ready. I have the utmost faith in each of you. You're the best the Academy has, and together we can do anything. We will go forth boldly like Starfleet has trained us, putting to use everything we've learned here. To the Starfleet Academy, to the USS Sassy Pants, to her crew. Raise a glass up to the class of 2409.
All cadets, please board your shuttles.
Are you ready to head to the ship?
Let's go.
I can't believe we're finally doing this. Oh, look at that. The USS Vesta, first of her class. She's got subsystem targeting, a crew of 750, auxiliary phaser cannons, and even a quantum field focus controller. I can't wait to captain one someday. But here's our ship. Miranda class, 200 crew, 2 forward weapon mounts, 1 aft. Average speed, warp 5 nothing. She is a tough little ship, though. I think I like her. We're the final shuttle to arrive. We need to get to the bridge. I'm going to check in and then head for the bridge. See you there.
Name and position?
Cadet Robin, acting first officer.
I have your record right here, sir. Welcome to the ship.
Where is the captain?
Captain Taggart is waiting for you on the bridge. Use the turbolift behind me. It will take you directly there.
Thank you.
Welcome to the bridge, number 1.
Number 1?
Early in my career, I served with a captain who called his first officer that. I always liked it. As my number 1, I expect you to ensure my orders are carried out, and to advise me on the best course of action in any situation. But first, we need to get out of dry dock, get clearance from control, and close the shuttle bay doors. Then disable the tractor moorings.
Avril, get clearance from traffic control for the Sassy Pants to leave the gantry. Flores, close shuttle bay doors.
Earth traffic control.
Very good, number 1.
Flores, send the signal to close the shuttle bay doors.
Shuttle bay doors are closed, sir.
Very good, number 1.
Potter, wait for me to disable tractor moorings.
Potter, take us out. 1/4 impulse.
Captain, may I remind you that Starfleet regulations specify thrusters only while in the vicinity of space dock.
Just checking to see if you were paying attention, number 1. Potter, take us out. Maximum thrusters.
Sure.
To sit, press A while targeting the chair you wish to sit in.
Still a little too fast for thrusters.
Cleared from dry dock, Captain.
Good. Let's start with something easy. Set course for Vulcan.
Course lead in, sir.
Engage.
Captain, I am picking up a distress call from the SS Break-Even. Audio only.
Let's hear it, Tavrel.
This is the SS Break-Even. Our warp core is failing, and we are in need of assistance.
Let them know we're on our way. Potter, lay in a rendezvous course.
Altering course, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
Transporter room. Prepare to beam over survivors.
Sir, Census can't read anything in the vicinity of the break-even.
Communications are out as well.
Keep trying to hail them, Tavrel. Number 1, let's discuss the situation. You heard the distress call, number 1. What do you think we should do?
Is this a test, sir? Part of the training cruise?
Absolutely not. We're the closest ship to the break-even, so it's our duty to assist.
It's strange that the transmission was audio only, A warp core emergency should not affect communications.
Good. What do you advise?
Shields up, sir. Better safe than sorry.
Raising the shields does seem to be a reasonable precaution.
Yes, sir. It could be a trap.
I agree. Flores, raise shields. Number 1, get down to the transporter room. You'll oversee the rescue effort from there.
Rarick, the break-even should be in range. Give me an update.
I'm getting some weird readings. I can't get a solid lock. There may be interference. Trying to compensate. I think I have it. This is a lot different than the training scenarios. Beaming them over now. Hang-ons!
This vessel is now property of Captain Kadek of the IKS Chot.
Rarick, come in. What happened? Rarick.
Stop! Security is reporting disruptor fire in the transporter room, and Klingon transporter signatures are showing up all over the ship. They're boarding us.
What can I do to help?
You have the command codes to unlock an armory near your position. Arm yourself, and any security team members you find.
What about the enemy ship, sir?
We still have weapons. I'll do what I can. For now, I need you to concentrate on getting those Klingons off my ship. Taggart out.
Yes, sir.
Go to the armory locker in this room and interact with it to get a better weapon. You need to equip your phaser rifle. To do so, press the menu button and select the captain option under the ship and crew heading. An object has dropped for you. Move near the item and it will be automatically added to your inventory. You have recovered a hypo spray. You can use this to quickly heal any damage you may have suffered. Enemy targets on sensors.
Number 1, we're doing our best to cripple this Klingon marauder, but I need your help. Time to show off that Academy training.
I can improve the ship's structural integrity field.
Sometimes missions specialized to your career class are available. Press the right stick to crouch. Crouching gives a defensive bonus against ranged attacks, but increases damage from melee attacks. Enemy targets on sensors.
Okay, it's not here. Where's the other one? Oh, back here.
Number 1, we've got injured up here and the Klingons could send a boarding party at any time. I need you back on the bridge.
Hi, sir.
Go see to the bridge. We will secure this area.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Incoming transmission from the Klingons.
On screen.
This is Captain Kadek of the IKS Chart. You may have forced my boarding parties off your decks, but our ship remains cloaked. You have no hope of finding us or defeating us. Your choice is simple. Surrender, or we will kill your captain and then destroy your ship.
Never.
Perhaps your captain will change your mind.
Captain?
Order your crew to surrender, Captain, or I will blow them out of the sky. It's your choice, Captain. Do you want these children to die?
Very well. Number 1, you are now the captain of the ship. Your orders are to lock onto my combat and fire!
Make me proud.
We have target lock, Captain.
Fire.
Direct hit! Casualties on all decks! Shields! Shields! Fire all weapons! Weapons and shields are offline! Cloak and begin repairs!
We've lost their signal. What now? We survived, but the Captain Taggart knew what happened, and he gave the order anyway. The ultimate sacrifice. One that we all might be called to make someday. He trusted you to take command. All we can do now is survive. And remember him.
Alyssa Flores is now your bridge officer. Bridge officers add abilities to your ship in space and accompany you on away missions
All
on the
decks
ground.
reporting in, sir. We took some casualties, and sickbay is full. All ship systems have taken some damage, but some are worse than others. Life support is stable, but anything else could be an issue.
Devrel sent out a distress call.
I have been trying to get a distress call out, Captain, but something is jamming all frequencies.
Keep trying. Alyssa, what is the status of that Klingon ship?
She's still cloaked, but I think she took some real damage. We're in rough shape too, Captain.
Zarva, damage report.
Still running diagnostics, sir. Took us some time to get the systems back online.
What about the break-even? Hail him, Travell.
Hailing the break-even now, Captain.
SS break-even, this is Starfleet vessel USS Sassy Pants. What's your status?
Oh, hello, Starfleet. No hard feelings, right? I had to send that distress signal. If I didn't, that crazy Klingon was going to blow my ship into space junk. And, because Starfleet's always ready to help and all, could you help me repair my ship? I'm grateful for all you've done to save my ship and cargo already. But the sooner I can get out of here, the sooner I'll be safe from KDEC.
I'll see what we can do.
Press up to increase your ship speed. Press down to decrease your ship speed. Use the left stick
Helm,
to
full
pitch
stop.
downward or upward,
I've stopped
as
us
well
this
as to
time,
turn
sir,
left
but from now
or
on,
right.
you'll be responsible for adjusting the speed of the ship.
Okay, just needs
Position
4
yourself
warp induction
near the ship
coils.
and press A to interact with it.
Yeah, of course you don't see profit in helping.
Well, looks like we're on our own. At least they said thank you, I guess. About that cloaked ship full of Klingons?
Zarva, do you have that damage report?
Almost done, Captain. Level 2 diagnostics shows that almost all of the plasma injectors are damaged beyond repair.
Do you have replacements?
Not enough. Plasma injectors are made to withstand quite a beating, but I think the Klingons specifically sabotaged them when they boarded us. It's an easy way to cripple a ship. I'm installing what spares we have, but we're short 3 injectors. Without them, we can't go to warp.
Any ideas, Eliza?
We're not the first ship the Klingons have hit here. There's wreckage all over this region. I can scan the derelicts and see if any of them have intact plasma injectors.
Do it.
Bingo! I found some suitable debris in the boneyard nearby. Destroy 3 of those nacelles, and we should get the parts we need.
Press the right trigger to fire energy weapons. Warning. An item has dropped for you. Move towards the item to automatically loot it.
Yeah, that guy's getting annoying.
These plasma injectors will do the trick, sir. Gorgeous technology. Type R, if I had to guess. 3.7-liter flow put with shielded reservoirs and a drop flow induction coil.
Stay focused and work fast. There's a Klingon out there who wants to kill us.
You have your problems, I have mine. I'll need some time to get everything installed and run a level 1 diagnostic. We don't want to blow up the moment we hit Warp 1.
Eliza Flores, give me a status report.
Zarva's dealing with the Warp Corp, but until she's done, we're still stranded out here with no way to call for help. Oh, don't forget the cloaked Klingon battlecruiser. It's probably making repairs faster than we are.
Any chance we can determine what's jamming communications in the system?
Of course we can. We're the class of 2409. Tivrel has been working with the engineers, and they've pinpointed the locations of several Klingon signal jammers. That's what blocked our communications during the ambush. I recommend that we destroy the jamming satellites. We'll be able to get a call out to Starfleet then.
Sounds good.
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it. Use your plasma beam to weaken shielded targets. Under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Nice shot.
Use your
2 more
torpedoes
jamming
on an
satellites
enemy
left.
when their shield is down.
That Klingon ship took some real damage. I'll bet she's leaking plasma all over the place. We might be able to use that to find them.
Do it. We need to find him before he ambushes us again.
Understood. I'd rather not die to Klingons on my first day. Got it. I can trace the plasma signature right to the source.
Finally, we have an advantage.
I'll send the source of the plasma signature to navigation. It will show up on the map.
Make it so.
It's pretty far out, sir. We should use the ship's full impulse power to reach it. This will temporarily take power from other systems, but vastly improve our speed. Once we drop out of full impulse, the power will return to other systems.
Wish they would fix that.
Hold up on the D-pad to activate and deactivate full impulse.
Multiple birds of prey decloaking.
Warning, ship is under attack. Press B to activate high-yield torpedo. High-yield torpedo will increase the power of your next torpedo attack.
Zarva needs more time to get the plasma injectors installed. Try not to break anything else.
Target's shields have failed. Ship explosions cause damage. Put some distance between yourself and exploding ships.
Incoming transmission, sir. It is from Starfleet.
On screen, Tervel.
This is Captain Volok of the USS Renown. Do you require assistance?
Yes, sir. We were ambushed by Klingon marauders.
A Klingon captain would have to be very bold to travel this far into Federation territory. Where is Captain Taggart?
He was captured and taken to the Klingon ship. They killed him after ordering us to fire on his position.
And did you follow his orders?
Yes, sir.
So, I take it you are in command now.
Yes, sir, I am.
Very well. We will escort your ship to Earth space dock.
What about the Klingon who killed Captain Taggart, sir? Kadek is still out there.
And if he reveals his position, he will be dealt with accordingly. Until then, you are to set a course for our position. Renown out.
Yes, sir.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
The Renown will escort you back to Earth space dock, but first we must inform the USS Kittimer that... One moment. My communications officer informs me that we are unable to contact the Kittimer. We will proceed to their coordinates to determine if they require assistance, and your ship will accompany us. I hereby grant you a field promotion. This will give you the proper authority over your crew, and final decision-making ability for your ship until we reach Earth space dock and report to Admiral Quinn.
Understood.
We're here, Captain. The USS Kittimer is dead ahead, and the Renown is beside us. Our orders are to make contact with the Kittimer and find out why they've not responded to our hails.
Very good. Set a course for the Kittimer. Let's cut through the static, boost the signal.
Yes, sir. I will require approximately 15 seconds to make the necessary adjustments.
Understood.
Ah, Captain Volok. Captain Taggart? What are you both doing here?
Not Captain Taggart, sir. I'm in command of the Sassy Pants. Captain Volok ordered me to come with him to your location.
Always good to follow the orders of your superior officers.
You know what happened with your communications.
These cadets were the unfortunate victims of a Klingon ambush. Captain Taggart is dead, and the ship is under the command of this cadet. The Renown was escorting them back to Earth's space dock, but when we could not raise the Kittimer, I deemed it imperative to alter our course and assess the situation. Captain Yim, what is your status?
I'm troubled by the anomalies in this system, and if they're affecting long-range communications, then they're doubly a cause for concern. Let's do this by the numbers. We've already launched 9 probes. Now that they're active, we can do an in-depth scan of the anomalies. With all 3 ships collecting data, we should be able to complete this quickly and formulate a course of action. The Renown has the largest science team, so I recommend we send our data there for analysis. Any questions?
No questions, sir. I'm confident my crew is up to the task.
You're quite confident for a cadet. You remind me a bit of myself when I was an ensign. Of course, I wasn't commanding a ship back then. Let's see how you perform before you start claiming that chair full time.
Understood.
Press right on the D-pad to set your ship's power levels to have a focus on attack, defense, auxiliary, or speed.
Reports indicate traces of gamma radiation, but there's something off in the readings.
Kittimer here. Are you seeing the same gamma radiation levels that we are? I'm not sure that a normal scan will be enough. We might need to do a full multiphasic reading.
We saw the same issue. How can we improve our findings?
My Chief Science Officer, Commander Davis, suggests that performing a reverse tachyon pulse wave scan will solve our sensor issue. Perform your final scans and then report back.
Understood.
Deflector dish is realigned for a reverse tachyon pulse wave, sir. Picking up a transwarp signature. It's right on top of us! The board!
Ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
I will not be assimilated.
Hold the up button to activate and deactivate full impulse. Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
This is the emergency medical hologram aboard the USS Kittimer. I am requesting assistance from any Federation vessel in range. I've lost contact with the bridge. I am unable to contact Commander Davis for new instructions.
EMH, give me a situation report.
The Kittimer is being overwhelmed by Borg boarding parties. These Borg are different than the ones in my history records. They seem disconnected somehow. They're strange, but still quite dangerous.
Can you hold out on your own? We have problems of our own to deal with.
I am an emergency medical hologram, not a miracle worker.
Captain Volok, someone must have activated the EMH from the bridge.
A notable observation. If the bridge was damaged in the Borg attack, Captain Yim may have activated the EMH to alert us. The Borg have not been seen in the Alpha Quadrant in decades. Their arrival cannot simply be a coincidence. However, I hesitate to speculate without the full data from all of the probes.
What do you need us to do?
I will send teams to aid the Khitomer. You will have to finish the scans. We need to know the extent of the Borg presence here. You must also inform me if you or your crew are unable to continue. The Borg evoke a strong emotional response that can rattle even trained Starfleet officers. A crew of cadets that have already survived a Klingon attack may be unable to cope.
Good idea. Flores, what is our status?
We're scared. We all studied Admiral Janeway's Borg tactics, but no one thought we'd have to use them so soon. It's good that the Renown and Khitomer are here, but I know we need to be ready for the day when we're alone against the Collective. The counselors are already working with the crew. Do you want them to convey a message from you?
Yes, tell them I'll do everything I can to protect this ship and her crew from the Borg.
Understood. I'll tell the crew what you said and set a course for the next anomaly. If the Borg show up again, we'll be ready.
Very good.
We have your data, and our science team is analyzing it now.
What is the status of the Khitomer?
Our tactical teams have eliminated the Borg boarding parties on the Khitomer. Why do you ask?
Can we use the Khitomer to help analyze the data?
There is an 88.47% chance that you will need my help.
Agreed. Can you use the Renowns? Can you help with the Renown analyze the data we've accumulated in this system?
I have 75 million gigaquads of computer memory and an extensive library of files on military tactics and command strategies. I believe I can spare a few bits of processing power for you.
Let's see what we can determine. Borg inbound.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Ready for this.
Target shields have failed. Shields have failed.
Multiple Borg warp signatures detected. It's an invasion force. We're outnumbered. There's no way we can...
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Here is the situation as we see it. The Borg are using the Pollux system as a staging area for a larger invasion. Long-range sensors are already detecting inbound transwarp signatures. The most likely target for a first strike is the Vega system. There is a civilian colony there, and if the Borg could take it by surprise, they would have large numbers of new drones at their disposal.
What is the status of the Kittimer?
The Kittimer was badly damaged, and there are many casualties. Captain Yim is gravely injured, but he will recover. We are still working on triage and restoring the Kittimer's critical systems. This leads me to our next course of action.
Yes?
You must go to the Vega colony and warn them that the Borg are coming.
What about you?
The Renown is better equipped to hold off further Borg attacks and assist the Kittimer. It is logical for us to remain here. We will delay the Collective, but you must warn the colonists at Vega.
Can you stop the Borg?
This is not a matter of can, Cadet. It is a matter of must. We must buy you as much time as possible. Once we are no longer in a position to help, we will stage a tactical retreat. You should have enough time to warn the colony. I will attempt to summon additional ships to assist, but you cannot wait for them to arrive.
Understood. We'll set a course for Vega.
We have to make our way to Vega as soon as we can, Captain. I just hope we're not too late to warn the colony. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Shields up, red alert.
Warning, ship is under attack.
It is imperative that you warn the colony at Vega of the impending attack. We will do what we can to hold off the Borg here in Vega and repair the Kittimer. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.
Congratulations. You are now in sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
We arrived before the Borg. Now my heart can start beating again. What are your orders, Captain?
Hail the colonies. We have to warn them.
Tivrel managed to establish a comm link with Willa Post, the administrator of Vega Colony. It's not a great signal, but it's the best we're gonna get. Putting her through now.
On screen.
Greetings, Captain. Is there something I can do for you today?
The Borg are on their way to the system. You need to start evacuating.
Repeat, please. Your signal is breaking up. Did you say the Borg? What about...
The Borg are on their way, Mayor. You have to evacuate. What just happened?
I have lost contact with Vega Colony, sir. Something is blocking all subspace signals in this area. Even our hails to the civilian ships are not getting through. There is a communication satellite nearby. It should boost our signal sufficiently to inform the freighters of the danger and warn the colony.
Set a course for the satellites.
Our
Borg are jamming up.
Transwarp conduits opening all over the system, Captain. The Borg are here. Those civilian ships are right in the Borg's path. We have to help them.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed. Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Captain, I have short-range communications. Long-range signals are still blocked. I can contact the planet and have informed Administrator Post of the situation. However, the Borg have already landed and are moving toward the colony. It may be more prudent to retreat back to the Renown, sir.
We're the only Starfleet vessel in this system. We'll rescue as many colonists as we can.
Borg landing craft detected nearby. Captain, there are civilian ships engaging them.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Civilian ships, you are ordered to disengage and retreat. We will cover you. All civilian ships have safely warped out of the system, Captain.
Target's shields have failed.
Captain, the Borg have landed, and the colony won't be able to hold them off for long. I recommend beaming down to Vega and getting as many people out as we can.
Understood.
Captain, according to our readings, over half the planet is already assimilated by the Borg. At the rate they're progressing, the region we're in will be overrun in roughly 1 hour. And if that wasn't bad enough, the interference is affecting the ship's transporters.
Understood. We'll manually tag any survivors and be fine for transport. Any questions?
No, sir. I'll follow your lead.
Let's get moving.
That's one of those Borg ships from orbit. Are we too late? Those landing ships don't just carry drones. They can pump nanoprobes directly into the ground and the atmosphere. We need to hurry. The Borg will be in this area soon.
Thank you. We didn't know if anyone from Starfleet got our distress signal, and we don't have any weapons. But we do have some spare armor suits for you and your officer. They're in the crates next to the gate. This code will open the gate. Please, Administrator Post and some of the others are still there. You have to save them.
Understood.
Oh no, we're too late.
I apologize for Koles putting a rifle in your face. If it wasn't for him, the Borg would have assimilated me by now. What's the situation? Are you bringing more Starfleet reinforcements?
We're the only ones here. The Sassy Pants is in orbit.
I see. Then it's true. Vega is doomed. A single starship cannot hope to stop this. Still, there is more to do. Many citizens are hiding in their homes. We cannot abandon them to the Borg.
We can rescue them, but something is blocking our transporters.
I know. Koles and I have been trying to get around the interference field. Thank you for tagging the people you found and getting them safely transported to your ship.
That can't be everyone.
No, there are dozens more hiding out in the buildings. But Koles and I have a plan. We think a pattern enhancer will do the trick. With that, we can transport the remaining citizens to your ship. But first, I'd like to offer you some equipment. Vega was a trade colony, and this gear was intended to go to Starbase 65. I think you need it more.
You have my thanks. I'll retrieve the equipment and then set up the pattern enhancer.
You have received a kit appropriate to your profession.
I hate those
Press the
Chronoton
menu
mine
button and open
barriers.
your inventory under the ship and crew heading. Select the kit in your inventory to equip it. With a kit equipped, you will have new abilities that you can perform in ground combat.
Yes, I have to put it on.
You now have additional abilities in ground combat.
We have lowered shields for the transporter, sir. I will need to raise them at the first sign of Borg ships.
The pattern enhancers are working, and not a moment too soon. I can hear the Borg moving this way.
Need you to signal citizens to come out for transport.
I'll do that. How long do you think you can hold off the Borg?
As long as we need to, give the signal.
Remember when we thought fighting a crazed Klingon was the worst thing that could happen today? Another group of civilians has beamed to the ship, Captain.
Shields are back up, sir, but more Borg vessels are warping to our location. We have detected a type of generator near your position. There is a 94.6% chance it is the device affecting our transporters. If you can destroy it, we will transport as many people from the area as we are able.
Hang in there, Terrell. We'll speak soon. Mayor, thank you for your assistance.
Thank you for everything you've done. Even though it was impossible to save everyone, those you did save will be forever in your debt.
I'm not finished yet. Kolez, you're with me.
Glad to do anything I can. I was born on Vega. There's no way I'm sitting by and letting the Borg take it without a fight.
All right, let's get moving.
All right, Kolez, you're gonna see friends who've been assimilated. Don't hesitate.
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile.
The Borg are activating the transport inhibitor. We need to disable that force field. The Borg are so... what's the word? Effective? Systematic? Evil. I'm gonna go with evil. The ship is transporting anyone they can get a lock on, Captain, but we don't have much time. We need to get back as soon as possible.
All right.
We're packed to the brim with civilians, Captain. I don't think we could fit one more soul on this ship. Communications are still jammed, so we can't reach the Renown or the Khitomer. The immediate problem is the civilian ships in this system. Vega's a huge trading outpost. There are always ships traveling here. We need to warn them the Borg have taken over.
Can we reconfigure the satellites in the system to send an automated warning?
Possibly, but what we need to do is hightail it out of here with these civilians. Of course, the path to the satellites does lead away from the planet, so we could remotely reconfigure them as we leave. The message won't get very far, but anyone who enters the system will get the signal and be able to turn around before it's too late.
Sounds like a solid plan, Helm. Laying a course for the first satellite.
Multiple probes inbound. I don't think the Borg like us hanging around.
Target's shields have failed.
Never thought I'd wish I was back at the Academy studying for the Astrometrics final.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Sir, there are several fast-moving ships on sensors. No way to contact them, and I can't tell if they're friend or foe.
Warning, ship is under attack.
A cube? Guess it's our time to go out in a blaze of glory.
Target's shields have failed.
Held off what we could in Pollux and sent a signal out to Starfleet. These were the closest ships. Others will be arriving as soon as they can.
Glad to see you. There's no way we could have defeated the cube by ourselves.
You have handled things well thus far. Excellent thinking on reconfiguring the satellites into warning beacons. We received the signal as soon as we arrived in the system.
Are we going to attempt to retake Vega?
I will be discussing that option with the other captains here, but your priority is to protect the civilians you have on board, as well as to ensure the safety of your crew. The Khitomer will return to Earth space dock with you. Once you arrive, report to Admiral Quinn. He will have more information for you.
Yes, sir.
You and your crew have done well. Koles would make a fine addition to your senior staff.
Congratulations,
Captain.
Lieutenant.
Admiral Sir, Robin reporting.
We have a lot to discuss, Cadet.
It's Lieutenant, sir.
Yes, I see that here, in the report transmitted by Captain Volok. He granted you a field promotion to give you seniority over the rest of the active crew of your ship. As a cadet, you were assigned to an Academy training cruise under Captain Mask Taggart, correct? Acting First Officer?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
I've read the reports. Facing off against Klingon raiders and a Borg invasion force within hours of leaving Starfleet Academy? Very unusual. In your own words, tell me what happened out there.
Explain to Admiral Quinn what happened.
That's quite the story.
Yes, sir, it's all true.
Don't worry. I have statements here from Captains Volok, Yim, and Willa Post from Vega Colony collaborating your story. All three of them cite your bravery and command skills, as well as you and your crew's willingness to put yourselves in harm's way to preserve the lives of others.
I'm a Starfleet officer, sir. It's in the job description.
And you're exactly the kind of officer Starfleet needs. I know your ship might not be the Enterprise, but I think you've proven yourself capable of sitting in her captain's chair.
Sir?
Under normal circumstances, it would take you years of work to get your own command. But these are not normal circumstances. We're at war with the Klingon Empire. The Borg have returned. I'm losing more trained officers and ships than I can spare. Ships we can build, but leaders with courage and honor? Those are harder to find. It's time to try something different. I need someone who can handle themselves in a crisis and get the best out of their crew. Even though you're young, I think you're that person. I hereby promote you to the rank of lieutenant and give you command of the ship. Don't disappoint me.
No, but I am sorry for the loss of Captain Taggart, sir.
Captain Taggart was a good man and a fine officer. He knew what he was doing when he issued that order. Don't dwell on what happened. Your actions saved the lives of your crew, not to mention the civilians you were able to evacuate from Vega Colony. Now it's up to you and your crew to honor Taggart's sacrifice as you carve out your own legacy. Do you have any further questions?
What's going to happen to Vega?
Unfortunately, the Renown and her task force were not able to repel the Borg. Vega is lost. Starfleet Command will meet with Federation President Enoch Okeg and the Federation Council to determine our next steps. For now, Starfleet vessels will patrol the outskirts of the Vega system to ensure no Borg escape. Do you have any further questions?
What are your orders, sir?
You will be assigned to the Klingon front. But first, you could use some new equipment for your ship. I have some improved consoles developed by the Starfleet Corps of Engineers. These consoles can be installed on your ship to improve its abilities. As you improve in rank, you will earn better consoles. Other ships you will command throughout your career will have space for many more. When you're done here, go see Dur's racks to customize your starship's appearance.
Thank you, sir.
Greetings. How can I assist you today? Or in the future?
I had an encounter.
An encounter, you say? Something temporal in nature, I assume.
Met someone who claimed to be me from the future dressed as an admiral. They said to see you if I had any doubts of the veracity of their claims.
That's protocol in these sorts of cases, but rarely do Starfleet officers actually follow through. I can do a quick scan for chronoton radiation. That will tell me what I need to know.
Do it.
I am getting some light chronoton radiation from you. You were exposed to someone from the future, it seems, but not too far. By these readings, I'd say a maximum of 18 months from the day you encountered them.
18 months, but they were an admiral.
Well, that's not entirely out of the question. There's been a steady flow of new starship captains and field promotions in the wake of all the crises going on in the galaxy. Someone like yourself could definitely be an admiral in a relatively short amount of time.
They gave me this device.
This looks to be a Tesseract-based receiver. Where did you get it?
My future self gave it to me.
I see. You're not the first to receive one of these from the future. Admiral Archer had a similar device when he was captain of the First Enterprise. These are used to send back information, and in some cases, physical objects from the future. I believe that if you were to do specific tasks that benefit the future, Items useful to you could be sent back in time for you to use.
I see. Thanks, that's all.
I've received a report there is a Bolian freighter that is overdue arriving at Earth Space Station. It may need assistance. Please talk to Malcolm Sissel in the shipyard. He will have more information about the missing vessel than I do.
Understood.
When you are ready to return to your ship,
Do one mission, then I'm going to log off for the day.
My friends sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons. I bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and his crew, a thought that troubles me to this day. The hope was that this alliance would last forever. It did not. The Klingons have chosen war. The Federation is doing its utmost to protect its borders and the billions of innocents who call this space home. But I fear that this conflict may be our undoing.
To any ships in range, this is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. Warp core containment field down. Radiation flooding ship. Communications and life support failing. Cannot eject warp core. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please help us.
On our way.
ships in...
Just check something real quick. Okay, on the Azura.
To any ships in range, this is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. We're being pursued by Orion raiders. Crew injured, taking heavy fire. Dropping out of warp near your coordinates. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please help us.
Devrel, keep tracking that distress signal. Wish they'd fix that. Sensors are picking up several light attack craft on an intercept course. We have to deal with them before we can render aid to the Azura. Full power to shields, help take us in range.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Captain, I'm detecting elevated radiation levels on the Azura. I've alerted the transporter chief to the situation. She can brief you before you beam over to the Azura. Away team, report to the transporter room. Captain, I'm concerned about the radiation on the Azura. She might have some damage to the warp core, but our sensors cannot pick it up enough to determine exactly what you'll find over there. I'm sure I can send you and the away team to the ship safely, but getting you back might be a problem till the Azura's critical damage is repaired. Step on the transporter pad when you're ready to go, and be careful, sir. Try to keep a lock on us and prepare to transport survivors. Picking up multiple life signs. Some of them are Azura's captain and crew, but the rest are Orion. Plasma leaks are blocking our path to the survivors. You'll need to use consoles to safely vent the plasma. Rescuing survivors is our top priority. science.
Enemy targets on sensors. Enemy targets on sensors. Enemy targets on sensors.
And the warp core, Captain. Catastrophic failure of antimatter containment. Warp core breach is imminent. Captain, unless the breach is contained, the Azura will be destroyed.
We hit an Orion ambush on our way to K7. We lost our weapons almost immediately, and then we took a direct hit near engineering. Our warp engine's magnetic antimatter containment field failed. We had no choice but to drop shields and use the power to try to stabilize the containment field. As soon as the shields were down, Orions boarded the ship. I'll never let those green pirates have the Azura. Please, take my crew to safety. I'll keep trying to stabilize the warp core. If I'm lucky, I can buy you some time.
I'll help your crew. Ah, there's the Delta. If you redirect power from life support to containment, you can stabilize the core long enough to erect a level 10 force field, which will hold the antimatter long enough for the Azura to get to Starbase for repairs. Risky, but unless you do something too soon, the warp core will explode. Life support levels are at 82%. Automated backups will engage if power life support drops below 47%. Are you sure you wish to reroute power to antimatter containment? Yes, I am.
The alloys used in this device are normally only found in the Delta Quadrant. We know that the Iconians have gateways that allow them to go anywhere they wish. It would be reasonable to assume that they have had influence in the Delta Quadrant as well. The alloys...
Yeah, I saw that. Go to the transporter room. We'll be right behind you. Scanning. Way team to Sassy Pants. Chief, are you ready for transport? Azura's radiation levels are returning to normal. Sorry, Azura's crew are on the transporter pad. You don't have much time. Get these people off the ship now. We have them, sir. Let's detect more Orion's ships on the way. Captain, we need you back on the bridge. Incoming hail, Captain, from the Orions, putting it on screen.
Leave now if you know what's good for you, Starfleet. We're taking this ship, her crew, and her cargo.
Azura and her crew are under Starfleet's protection.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Captain, we need to get in within range and try to get a transporter lock on Captain Brat. We'll save Captain Brat. Scanning Azura now, sir. Radiation levels are normal. The force field around the warp core is holding. She's out of danger. Captain Brat is hailing us, sir, putting her on the main view screen.
Many thanks. If it hadn't been for you and your crew, I would have lost my ship and my life. I'm in your debt. I'm setting a course to Earth space dock for repairs. If I see you at Club 47, the drinks are on me. I think I might even have a few bottles of Tranya in the cargo hold.
Thank you, Captain. Azura is safely away, sir. We should take the injured crew out of the system. Starfleet is sending a shuttle to retrieve them, and they will rejoin the Azura at Earth Space Dock. Are you ready to go? Yes. And that is it for this stream. And I'll see everybody next time.